Hello survivors and welcome to another video. In today's video we are playing Apocalypse Party. We have Dark Lord Nazgul in front of us, one of the new characters released in the new update. It was a really big update. There's new characters, there's new area, new chapter, there's new weapons, new enemies, a whole lot of new stuff. But let's get into it. It is chapter 4, The Fallen. We're going to give it a try. We're playing with the Master of Secrets, which converts all our non-elemental damage to dark damage, and enemies you've corrupted take dark damage equal to a percentage of their life. So let's get straight into it. Let's see what we can get. We're probably going to go for a lot of dark upgrades and move on from there. But there is a specific weapon that we're going to be looking for. Our starting weapon's actually pretty cool, but it doesn't do a lot of damage. In terms, if you compare to like how much damage we can be doing with weapons. So we're going to try and find something better to replace it with, but not until we find what we get. I mean, that's good, but it's not going to help us. We'll go for mind corruption. The problem with this is because of the way that we're looking for and the weapon we're looking for, this isn't going to help us. We're not really going for firearm damage. So we're going to go here with the mind corruption. It will make sense once we get the weapon that we're looking for. At least if I find the weapon we're looking for. And we'll go from there. It will all make sense, guys. Don't stress too much. Once we find what we're looking for, it will all make sense. Okay, this is a darkness weapon. It's an upgraded version of the gun we just had, so that's really cool. As you can see, doing a lot more damage. Not the weapon we're looking for, but it's an upgrade, so we might as well grab it, called the Dark Fairy. Very cool name. Maybe this doesn't have piercing. Alright, so we got a stealth unit over here, so we can't hit them when they become stealthed, but it doesn't look like they can hit us when that happens either, so that's thank goodness to that, otherwise we would have been hit there. Within a certain range, inflict upon collision with enemies, movement speed plus 15%. The movement speed could be very good, but when in a certain range for each corrupted enemy, plus 5% dark damage. We are going to grab that instead because there have been times where we have been completely surrounded by enemies, and if we have dark on all of these enemies, that's going to let us be able to actually survive it a bit better. Alright, next weapon is, oh man, that's unfortunate, not the epic weapon we were looking for. So we are going to hope for more epic weapons. It is the quality of the weapon we're looking for. Although there is a rare version of it, lightning wheel, not the weapon we're looking for, but I've never seen that before, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna just open up a couple more chests in this area before we start moving about. Well, the boss is here, so we'll actually just fight the boss. Alright, dark damage and firearm damage. Does this count as a firearm? It does. So, we're going to go with the Nightmare Scythe first, actually. And then we need to just stay out of this purple aura and kill this thing first. That purple aura around the enemy sucks us into the enemy, so we kind of at a disadvantage if we're near it. Alright, only 2 more levels needed to start fighting the boss, or the first boss, the Altar boss. Let's see how many enemies we can kill here. As you can see, we do get surrounded. I do hope that we find a weapon that we want very soon, because as you can see, this is not looking very good right now for us. Alright, Mad Roar, killing corrupted enemy no longer passes on, but instead causes an explosion. That's actually really good. Or we can go for the high. No, we're not going to go for that. Let's go for the Mad Roar. That just means now when we kill enemies, they explode instead of passing on the damage, which means that we're going to do a lot more explosive damage in area range, which is actually pretty strong. Or at least I think it's pretty strong. I think that's a much better upgrade. Better AoE damage, which you sometimes need. So, I mean, look there, we're hitting multiple enemies now instead of just... Yeah, I think that was a good upgrade to go for. Alright, I do know a lot of people never liked Apocalypse Party because there is no dash. The one thing about the dash is, though, there are ways. I mean, you can get your movement speed up. You can do other things. All range effects have 30% increased range. Is this a range? It does. Inflict dark damage upon collision with enemies, and we do get the movement speed. I want the movement speed. You're going to see how important that becomes much later, like of now, because of this enemy as well. So that movement speed is going to be very important. As you can see, even if we have movement speed, we can't survive some attacks. Don't attack me, stay away. Alright, we managed to live there, but he still hits us there. As long as we can keep carting the enemy, we should be fine. Luckily there was a war between the two of us. He should be dead very soon. Bam. Alright, thank goodness. Alright, dark damage and firearm damage. There we go. See, we got the upgrade again. Then we got Master of Shadows, so equip for mimics. We could go for Master of Shadows. This is an equipment deal, multiple fire. Nah, we'll go for the Master of Shadows. I'm sure people would have liked to have gone with the other one instead, but I think Master of Shadows will work really well for us, especially if we land up running a whole lot of the same weapon, or if we get the other weapon, it will be disgusting if we use Master of Shadows with it. So we gotta look for that weapon. Still not the one we're looking for. Baron LMG is not the weapon we're looking for. That was a really hard hit that we just took there, so that was gross. What hit us so hard? Okay, this guy creates a tornado. Great. How about you just die? Alright, every 6 shot fired, release a glow. So this will work really well with projectile, with certain weapons. We are going to take this just in case we grab the upgrade that, I mean a different weapon, something like an LMG or whatever the case is. The other weapon that we are looking for isn't a projectile weapon, so it's not going to shoot out any projectiles. So we might have not taken something worth grabbing over there. But if we don't find it, then we can just grab an LMG and go from there, and that will work really well with that weapon. And then over here we've got Ghost Rider, so more movement speed, more dark damage. That's great. You can see our damage is slowly going up and up and up, but the weapon just doesn't deal a lot of damage in total anyway. But we do, you know, curse the enemies with the dark damage. As you can see, corrupt them is the word we're looking for. Okay, Fanatical Faith is not what we need. There's a big XP chunk over here, which we can go and grab. These guys have shields. Killing enemies have a chance to cause them to flee as specters, dealing frost damage to enemies they come in contact with. That's fine. That's not the weapon we're looking for. We do actually need armor as well. Oh, we need even more armor now. Just become frost specters for me, okay? No! My goodness. Accidentally picked that up. Alright, I mean, that says there's a chance for them to become these frost specters, and they're actually quite a high chance, it would seem. Alright, grabbing that. We don't need the recovery. We are nearly level 12 for the next boss. We don't need that. Enemies that can be corrupted 3 times. There's a chance event occurs, movements, no. Enemies can be corrupted 3 times. Each corruption causes the enemies to pass on corruption excess damage upon death, even though they explode. So I don't know if that works with the next thing, but you can see something's happening. Something is happening there. And I like big explosions, so we're happy. There's a legendary weapon. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us. Do also need to move out of that area of effects. And we need one more level so that we can fight the boss here. Lot of AoE. Oof, that was a big explosion there. Wham bam. Alright, Ancient Dominator. Every 66 seconds, the Overlord arrives to corrupt enemies within a certain range, reducing the HP to 1. Each corrupted enemy killed hastens the Overlord's next arrival by 1 second. Cool. Ineffective against bosses though, but we are against the gargoyle. I don't know what that means. It just means he's a gargoyle. Oh, let's do that. Beams. Laser beams. That was so cool. I didn't see the guy spawn, unfortunately. I think he did spawn off screen for us, which was unfortunate, but it did happen. That's why everything around us is dead. I've also got a laser. Stay away from you. Can't grab the life while we're fighting you though. Wahaha. What you can do about that? Ow. What is this thing on my head? Was that the Dark Lord that they were speaking about? Alright. Equipment obtained. Nacht transcript every 2 seconds. Oh, inflict dark damage to enemies around us, and then tripled for those specific enemies. Flying Thunder God, no, we're actually quite happy with the Master of Shadows. It just works really, really well with how we play and the weapon we're using. So we're going to stick with that. We actually get quite a lot of XP over there, which is massive. And now we have a radius around us that deals damage every 2 seconds to corrupted enemies. So we deal even more damage to enemies that are close to us, which is fantastic. Okay, that's not the weapon we're looking for. Also, where is this every 66 seconds? 3 curses obtained, 3 curses of frost damage plus 50. No, we don't need that. Dark damage and attack speed increase. That sounds much better. That's a really good weapon. We'll have to make that another video though. That's one of my favorite weapons right now. The Wrath of Hades, I've never played with either. That sounds like a really cool weapon just by the name of it. There is, I think that must be the thing that leaves enemies at 1 HP. I guess that's what it is. And it's ineffective to bosses, so that doesn't help us there. But I also think we need to go up to fight the next boss, so we're going to head that way instead of down. I'm sure it's up. Alright, when HP is below, no. Equipment, missile launcher. Each shot has a slight chance of launching a rocket projectile to deal fire damage, or we can go with movement speed. There's our stats over there. We don't have a lot of, we've got a lot of dark damage. I think we're going to grab the movement speed actually. Being able to move around a lot faster is going to keep us healthier, especially against the boss fights. So just, you know, sometimes you want that bit of movement speed, you want that defense. It's just going to keep you alive sometimes. So although that rocket launcher did sound really juicy, only having a chance to use it was a little bit of a downside that I didn't really want to play with. So that's why we did it. Death of corrupted enemies restores an additional... Ooh! Okay, no longer regenerates, but we do kill so many corrupted enemies that doesn't actually matter. Also, we've been here, so this is not the way. We'll just use our sacred energy now. You can see what a big difference it makes having it. That guy revived somehow. You can see our sacred energy going up like crazy. That's actually faster than what we would have got if we auto regenerated. So, you know, that's a good thing. We don't have armor anymore. We're going to go with a reroll over here. We're looking for darkness. Here, when an enemy is about to be killed by projectile damage. No, that doesn't help us. We could, for each instance inflicted on an enemy, increase the subsequent... Yeah, there we go, infestation. Oof, so much dark damage coming out now. I do need to go around collecting armor as well because we are low on it. There's Dark Fairy again, so we get the same weapon. Not needed though. I think we're already fought there, so we're going to head down now. But as soon as we get to the right level, it will actually just, you know, direct us to the stage, which is fine. Lost armor again somewhere along the line. Alright, with every traveled lever when traveling, anyway, enemies who enter in range of the dark zone continuously take dark damage. So while we travel, there we go. So every so often we leave that. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool dark stuff in the game. Still not able to get the upgrade I'm looking for though. Oh, it's so cool, like every so often it shoots like a mega laser beam. Cupid's arrow, every bow we find is legendary, but it's not like, we don't want that bow. We don't want bows. Bows do not help us. Also can, oh there we go, we did level up, sorry I did not check that. Oh, there's another one over there. Alright, when reloading, you release a gravitational ball forward, constantly sucking. Do you know what? This is actually pretty good. Just because... Oh, but dark damage is going to be really good. No, we're going for damage. We got Dave's lawnmower over there. Unfortunately for Dave, we can't use his lawnmower with our build. And then the boss was right here. What was wrong with us for not seeing it? And then, I don't know, oh no, we don't want the bat gun, although that's pretty cool. But no, we don't want the bat gun. It is a summon and projectile one, we need dark, so that's not going to work for us. Unfortunately, the only gun I'll take is the one that I'm looking for, which we haven't found. But here's the Wraith, we do get our ultimate up, our sacred energy up. We can just fire in any direction and hope that we hit him, which we are, which is fantastic. Ow. I don't know what that ass on the floor is, but that's not me. Just got to make sure that we're actually hitting him and nothing else. Oh, I see how this gun works now. Okay. We've got Ancient Beast. We don't use summons, so that's not going to work. And then we've got a dual vector foil. So throw a dual vector reducing the designated area to 2D. I don't know what that happens, but this is the final boss. Or I don't actually know what happens, because sometimes you go in here and there's actually two bosses. So we're fighting an altar right now. Let's see where that takes us. Unfortunately, like they mentioned, we can't really deal damage to the boss with our entity. We can, however, keep moving to make sure we don't get killed by all these guys. You can see the bat gun also did come through to the next area with us. And then if we kill things around it, do we do more damage? That would be really interesting to know. But we do nearly have our sacred energy up. We do need more things to spawn for us to get it up and running. That would be fantastic. There we go. Just like 2 more things to kill and we should be in a really good spot with that. But as you can see, pretty easy. It's only taking us about 15 minutes to get here. And this is the not infinite mode, but one of the final levels, of course. The brand new level. We're going to use our special ability. Boom. I hope there isn't a boss fight after this, because that will be a pity. No, there is. It's a capybara. What? No. Okay, I don't know if you guys have been following the story, but this is insane. There is like a little bit of a story to the game, and having the capybara as the enemy that we fight is actually ridiculous. This boss fight's insane. Alright, luckily we're pretty strong. Ow, except for when that happens. That's not fun. Gotta kill you guys, get me my sacred energy. I don't know what even hits us, but something hits us. He is nearly at 50% life, so we should be okay. Just stay away from the tornadoes and all of the red, and we should be okay. He's back in the air again. I think that means he's coming down. It does. Oh, we got hits. Oh no! Alright, that's our first time fighting the capybara. That enemy had so much life. That was really hectic. But that is the brand new boss. All of the enemies as well. There's a whack ton of stuff we still haven't unlocked and things like that. We just unlocked the paladin as well, take a total of 3000 damage, and we've unlocked the art of water spout talent as well. So that's the new boss and the new area. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.